Hello and welcome back to Gen Z All Eyes on You, where we take a closer, more personal look into the real-life experiences of different people in our generation. Today, we're joined by Jazz and Daisy to see what's on their minds currently as young people.
Hi guys, and thank you for joining us in the studio today.
Hello, thank you.
Okay, so coming from the recent doc episodes where we were talking about social media a little bit, how are you guys feeling about that at the moment, especially with the rise of AI?
I think my genuinely biggest thing against it is the lack of limitations with all the deepfakes, with all the people like that woman on ITV who finds herself in a supposed relationship with an
And
AI.
it's not just relationship, it's fully fledged and it's sexual as well.
Yeah,
it's quite strange.
Really parasocial, and it's I feel like our generation already has an issue with screens. We're always on our phones, we're always watching something. This just takes a whole new level where now instead of just scrolling, people are actually interacting and befriending AI.
It won't be too long before you'll be able to speak to your grandma as a hologram. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Strange. But speaking of AI, it gives you fake news and stuff like that within social media, and recently something that's popped up is the Manosphere documentary with Louis Theroux.
We love Louis Theroux.
We do love Louis
Yeah.
Theroux. What's your opinions on that? Because some of that it's out of control, it's wild, it's barbaric.
I just think the whole manosphere, I think at the end of the day, it's just quite sad. And it's quite sad to see because it has such a influential impact on younger men in the documentary who are saying, oh, I don't believe in depression. And it's just we're going back in time, We've come so far with gender stereotypes and stuff, and men can talk up, but in the manosphere it's just I don't know, there was this phrase, nut up. Which is disgusting.
Crazy. I just don't think there's any role models for males anymore, and you look at the industry and you think, who is there really to look up to? Because it's coming out every day that someone's done something or someone's cancelled, or even all this manosphere rubbish. Who do you look up to as a young male?
I feel like masculinity and growing up to be a masculine man is very deep rooted.
I just think it harms so many people beyond just men as well. It's also harmful for a lot of women because in the manosphere they're exploiting so many women as well. It's just a whole...
Yeah, they're on the receiving end of whatever they're doing.
But also there is option for change there, because in the manosphere one of the girlfriends did end up breaking up with her partner, didn't she?
Yeah.
And how do you feel about that? Have you been on the receiving end of anything that's kind of been out of pocket, or...?
I mean, obviously as young women, everywhere you go is kind of a threat. You're never really feeling fully comfortable or fully safe. But I think for the most part, social media is probably one of the scariest places because you're out in public, you can walk past a man, you can avoid them, you can go a different route. When you're on social media, people are just spewing their opinions. It then makes you think when you're walking out in public, what do these people think of women? How are these people perceiving me as I walk past them? What are they going to do?
I think lives have been lost because of social media as well, and that's quite scary.
And we were talking about it's killing the women physically, but it's killing everyone mentally. To think it's normal, and it's quite not, is it?
And it's almost brainwashing. You know what I mean?
Really
you can talk to some men about this kind of stuff. It would feel like they've been brainwashed in a way.
Yeah, what's quite scary is how easy it is to create a social media account if you've got access to a device. Because yes, there's age restrictions, but they can be so easily overturned.
There was this guy called HS Tiki Toki, first of all, what kind of name is that? But he was saying the content that he puts out, whoever it reaches, it's not his problem, it's the parents' problem to regulate what their child is watching, because apparently his content isn't meant for children but still can reach children. You know what I mean? I think he's the root cause of the issue, but he refuses to confront it because it's making him money.
And that's why I think it's so important that no matter who you are, what kind of platform you have to be so careful with what you're saying, because there are so many people now on social media and so many young people.
And I think this is probably something we can all relate to. Maybe growing up, we've all come across something on social media that has freaked us out or something. And you can still remember it now, it stays with you.
Yeah, it's really dangerous.
Also, live streams.
Abolish.
What is going on?
Wild. I don't mind it when I'm watching Ginge play a bit of,
Anything
FIFA
that happened
or
on one, like anything can happen on a live stream.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And like in the documentary, sorry to refer back to it, HS TikTok, he beat up a guy on a live stream. 4,000 people
I've seen that.
watching. You're
Yeah.
telling me what? Like at least a few of those 4,000 people are not of the right age to be watching that. And also, who actually wants to watch someone being beaten up anyway with no warning because it's a live stream? It's just
That's all we have time for today. And it's been great having you on.
Thank
Some
you.
great
Thank you
opinions,
for having us.
great guests. I'm sure we'll have you on again. But that is it for the Gen Z All Eyes on You podcast. We'll see you again soon. Goodbye.
Bye.